for disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way.
Welcome back, babies. It's your girl AJ. What's good? If you are new, welcome in. My name is Alexandra. I'm the owner of AJ Unique Creations LLC. Why make your dreams see? Alice, I'm gonna take the vision that's in the back of your head that may sound crazy to others. I'm gonna bring that vision to life, you guys. I create nothing to something that doesn't exist. I'm gonna make it an actual product that you can hold in your hands. So speaking of making something that doesn't exist, guess what we are doing today, you guys? And I am actually excited because I have made this with my laser cutter, but I never made it with a 3D printer. And I think this is actually going to be so cool. We will be making physical watermarks. If you don't know what that is, I will show you right now. Watermarks is a great way to actually bring your business when it comes down to photos and you don't want anybody stealing your photos. Watermarks actually go on top of your products or even on the side just to represent your business. So I did this with my laser. I have the K40 Omatech laser. I made this acrylic watermark, and on top of that I also made a wood watermark. So I want to test it out using the 3D printer and see if I can make a 3D printer watermark. So each of these are always priced at a different price just because this is acrylic and this is wood. So I want to be able to offer different ranges of watermarks from acrylic, wood to even 3D prints, just because I think you never know that company's style. So for me, I love the acrylic look, but for my husband, he loved the wood, the rustic look. So he always want like a rustic watermark versus the acrylic one. So for my business, my colors are red, black, and gold. A little bit of luxury, yet it is professional. Those are the colors I love and I go with it every time. So we will be making a watermark and we'll be using black PLA filament. This is the Over True filament. I got it from Amazon. I believe this is like, they're usually like $12, $15. They be on sale. That's why I use them. And I'm going to use PLA just because that's what I have at this moment. And then I will be also using this red filament. Ooh, baby. Look at her. It's like a candy red. Look at her. Ooh, she pretty, huh? She pretty. So this filament is actually PETG red. This is what I have. She is pretty. So these are the two colors I'll be using for my watermark. So just to let you guys know, I'm going to show you guys step by step on how I actually design it myself inside the silhouette and then make it an STL file for my machine. So my machine takes a STL file. This is the Flash 4. This is Avenger 5M. We're going to go ahead and load up this filament and get this print going. In total, it can be roughly about 2 to 3 hours, but let's see if it's actually worth the 2 to 3 hours. So before we do anything, make sure you guys like, comment, hit subscribe so you don't miss a beat. Let's go ahead and go. It is time to design. So I'm using Silhouette Business Edition to actually make my design. So I'm going to go ahead and click the A on the left hand side and type in my business name at AJ Unique Creations LLC. The @ sign lets the customer know you can search me up on any social media and you will find me. So I'm going to actually put some color in here so you can actually see what I'm doing. I'm going to find a font that I like. I want something elegant yet unique. Now these fonts are on my laptop that I downloaded and have saved. So after I have it to the size that I want, I'm going to go ahead and save my file as an SVG file. You heard what I said, an SVG file. Now we're going to go to the internet and type a Tinkercad. Tinkercad is a free 3D software that helps you with designing. So after I made my SVG file, I'm going to go ahead and import it into Tinkercad. I'm going to wait to upload. Remember, this is a 3D print. It takes some time, and once it does, listen, to take that from Silhouette and turn it into this is already cool. Listen, like, y'all see that? I can already picture how it's gonna look at the end. Now in Tinkercad is where I'm going to actually make the offset, the black part that goes behind this, because this pink represents the red. That's the part of the name, and I want to offset. I didn't make the offset in Silhouette because I wanted to make the offset in Tinkercad, so that way it actually is a seamless 3D print, because if I did that offset in there, it kind of would have been merged together when it came to Tinkercad. So you want to make sure you do it in Tinkercad. The first thing I'm going to do is actually duplicate my prints. I always do that. Now the first layer, I will make a silhouette, and I'm going to just do the quality to all the way full, just because that's what I like. The second print, I'm going to go ahead and do an outer layer. This is that offset effect. Now I did sharpen. I'm looking like, oh no, because it looked like it's gonna poke you, girl. You get what I'm saying? So we're going to change that to round and make sure it's clean. I want it as an offset. Remember, when we see offsets, they're just around. It's like that outline around the design. That's what we're going for. So I'm making sure I have my prints duplicated before I keep changing anything, just in case I don't like the way it looks. So now I have everything good. I'm just going to make sure I align it all and group it together. So that third layer, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything because that layer would kind of be the top layer with the name in the red that would pop out. So I have the background that'll be pink, that's going to represent the black, and then I have the top that has my name. But it's a transition because I am using one filament. I need to transition to the third layer that has my name. So because of that, I left that second layer alone at the end, as you saw. So we changed one to an outline and the other one to a silhouette, and then we left the other one alone as the SVG that we imported into the software, and we merged it all together. So what we're going to do is weld it together so that way it could be one piece when it goes to the printer and it's not four different pieces. You get what I'm saying? Now, I know you're looking like, wait, hold up, AJ. We are a little bit lost. Listen, we basically just made an offset. That's all we did in Thinkercad. We made an offset and we're going to merge it together. We're using Thinkercad to actually make the STL file that we need to send to the Flash 4 3D printer. That's how we got to send it, because the 3D printer files are STL files. You usually can't make that you can't make it in Silhouette. So we had to use that Silhouette as that graphic designer base and import it to the 3D printer. So it's a lot of layers and a lot of steps to actually get it to your machine. So what I'm doing now is just make sure it's sized up good to the size I like. My machine does almost 7x7, but I want to make sure that the design is the thickness that I like. You are able to change the height, the width. Literally, you could change how thick it is. You heard what I said. How thick it is, and that's kind of what I'm focusing on, because I want that black piece, the offset look, to be thick, so that way the name stands above and on top of it, so you kind of get the 3D effect, because that's the whole thing about it. It's called 3D watermark, right? You want the 3D effect. So once I have it to the way that I like and truly love, then I'm going to save it as an STL file. I would export it as an STL file. But my thing is, I only have one filament. Basically, my machine can only do one filament at a time. So I want to make sure that I can transition to the next one, because I have to physically go in and actually transition myself and change out the filament. So I want that second layer to kind of be that stopping where I know, okay, boom, that black layer is done. It's time to change it out. That is important when you do have a one filament machine. You need to make sure your settings are to where you actually can know it's time to change it, because your machine does not stop. Yes, you heard what I said. Unless you buy a machine that does 5 filaments at one time or 3, the machine does not stop at all. So I have to physically pause my machine, change out the filament myself to the next color. So for me, I need some type of showing that is, okay, black is completely done and moved on to the next one. So that's kind of what that third layer is for me. So now I am in the slicer. This slicer actually comes with the machine. Yes, you heard what I said. This is the Flash Print 5 slicer that came with the machine. I'm going to go ahead and upload my file from Thinkercad, the STL file that we just made. I'm going to upload it to here to slice it. Once I slice it, then I'm going to actually go into the Oracle Flash Forward software. Yes, it's like 3 to 5 different softwares. I'm going to go there and actually send the design to the printer. Now, the Oracle Flash Forward software, I actually can have on my phone, and it let me know the time and the temperature of the machine, the bed, and everything. So after we save it, we're going to go ahead and go there, upload it there, and send it to the machine. So as you guys see, I'm going to the next app. Y'all, we went from designing, Thinkercad, Oracle, Slicer. We have 4 different apps right now just to do one print. And I know it seems like a lot, but it's not. So the machine is Bluetooth and wireless. Yes, I love that about it. Because once I send my design, the design is actually saved onto the machine, that if I come back, I could redo it. Yes, you heard what I said. I can redo it. Who doesn't love that? To come back and just redo it? Baby, that's everything. I love it. So we're going to go ahead and find a file that we just made from Thinkercad and took it into the slicer. From the slicer, and we're going to go ahead and upload it. So you can actually see like that 3D print and outline of it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and upload the file. From there, you may have to slice it again. Now, every time I slice it, it's just the software let me know that something is missed. And I know it look like, okay, that's so many slicing honeys. It works. I'm not gonna question it. If it tell me to slice it, I'm gonna slice it, and that's just that. After I slice it, I'm gonna go ahead and send it to the printer. It does tell me how long I have, so in total it say 2 hours and 44 minutes. It literally lets you know how much filament you using and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and send it to print. Let's go ahead and print. All right, you guys, the first thing we're going to do is power on this machine. The power button is in the back. So while we power it on, I'm also going to go ahead and load up my filament. I will start with the black filament because that is the base of the watermark that I'm doing. I am almost out, so I do need to like restock on here. So let's see, where is it at? One thing I would say is once it kind of like fall into here, it's so hard to get back out. There we go. Go ahead and load this baby up. It's already trimmed at a corner piece. Actually, I'm going to trim it just a little bit more just because it's like off. Oh, it's on. Go ahead and trim it up a little bit more. So just in case you're wondering how I'm loading it up, this is the filament right here. You do have to, where did, y'all, we just lost it. Lord. I just had it and it just dropped somewhere. That's one thing. You lose it so fast. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can find it, bitch. Let me see, okay? I played too much. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some pepper in there. Oh, dude, wait a minute. What just happened? It's like I did one drop and I lost it. Hold up. Okay, I got it. Okay, so this is the filament right here, so tiny. We're gonna load it up just like this with the filament coming underneath and the pulling up. So what, like a Q? Yeah, like a Q. So we're gonna put it on just like this and have the filament come up. If you can see right here, this is the filament. We're gonna go ahead and put it through the white tube. Boom. And load it up. So you guys have asked me on Facebook, and some people have asked me on YouTube also just about the software. So I showed you guys what I did for the design, all the steps I went through for making the design. And I'm also going to show you guys the stuff for me sending the design to the printer. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure my filament is loaded up. So I'm going to give you guys a nice close-up because I do have to basically tell the machine. So it's actually updating real quick. I do have to tell the machine that I'm loading in the new filament so that way it could push out. So we're going to do that and we're going to start printing. So in total, it said my design should take about 2 to 3 hours. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. It says please restart the printer since I just updated it. Cut it off. Cut it back on. So we're going to let this cut back on and we're going to go ahead and push our filament through. Alrighty, let's go ahead and push the filament through. I'm going to go to the filament nozzle. It's a PLA and that's exactly what we got. And I'm going to go ahead and put load. They do have different ones. So if you're doing a color change, you'll let the machine know that you're doing a color change. It is a piece of filament left in here. So I'm going to go ahead and let they come out first because that's gray. And I have my black filament here. So with this filament, you do have to push it through. So this is the filament right here. I do have to push it directly through. So I do put it in and just push it from the back until the machine itself catches the filament. And from there, heats it up and push it through. So normally it heats up to about 220. And from there, it automatically pushes the filament through. Since I have had this print, I would say about 2-3 months or so, I would say. I have yet to have any issues of like nozzle clog or anything like that, the speed or like any hiccups. Like it actually works very smooth. It's not a hassle. And I'm telling you, compared to all the other machines that's out there that is a little bit more pricey, I think this is actually just amazing. So in total, the price did go back up. Like if you go to their website, then you'll spend about $300. But check out Amazon because they're always a little bit cheaper there. I'm gonna go ahead and put the black through, and I'm just going in the back and pushing the black through so that we can actually get in the machine and push fully through. When the filament is coming out, do not touch it, you guys. It is hot. All right, so the filament is almost done. Like I told you guys, I did already have filament in here already, and then I had put black filament in, so it did not like do a lot. It just was already filament in there. All right, you guys, load is finished. It is time to print. So let's go ahead and send the design over. I will take this filament out before we actually start the machine. So we just sent over our design to the printer. So number one thing I always do, just because I do have the plastic tables from Walmart, and don't you come at me in the comments saying something. Listen, we all started somewhere. I can't get a metal table at the moment, okay? Them things a little pricey over there, okay? Listen, okay? Listen. I got my reasonings why I have a plastic table still. But because all the heat presses and everything I do on these tables, they've been rocking with me, y'all. They've been rocking with me since I started. I've been spending about 40, 30 bucks and they've been rocking with me. But besides the tables, because they are uneven from all the heat presses, it's just the heat because they are plastic tables, I do make sure I check off leveling on my print before it prints, so that way the machine can make sure the bed is level, just because I know my table is a little bit wobbly. So right now that is exactly what it's doing. It is starting. So in total it said about 2 hours. Oh baby, I hope it don't take too long. Now, I have to physically go in here and stop the machine when it's time to change my print. Yes, you heard what I said. I don't have the Flash Forward Avenger 5 with 3-4 color changes. I don't have that. I have one color change and that's it. Just one filament. But guess what? We're going to make it do what it do with what we got. That's just that. We're going to make it happen with what we got. Do you understand? Did you hear what I said? Listen. We are the queen of making it happen with the things we have in our environment at the moment. So we would just have to physically stop the machine when it gets to the point of changing to the smaller letters. So as you guys saw when I designed this design, I designed it as a regular text and I saved it as an SVG file. From there we imported it into Tinkercad. I basically added an offset around the single text file to make the offset version. Just like in the other watermarks, it was the offset like the gold and red one. The red is the offset in this print. The red is the black in this print. And my name would be in red. So I will have to physically stop it when it gets to the name part. And that's okay. It's okay. It's a lesson. You do have to do it a couple times to learn how to do it. Okay, because I have done it a lot of times. It took me to do the oversized necklace to learn how to do it because I was lost beforehand. Okay? Listen, she going. One thing about this printer that I love is the speed. For a affordable 3D printer, the speed on here, oh God, I'm like shocked that they even sell this thing. The speed on here is 600 mm for the speed. You heard what I said. 600 mm for the speed. Listen. It could actually go higher than there, but at the same time, y'all, this machine is a beast. If you're looking for an entry-level 3D printer, I'm telling y'all, I haven't had an issue with this thing. And I didn't do 3D printing fully before this. Yes, I had a printer on the side, but I didn't actually 3D print anything from the first time of me setting it up. You heard what I said. I said it. I didn't print anything. This bed size is a 220 mm by 220 mm by 220 mm. So basically almost about 7 inches all the way around. And this is a Cold XY design. So that basically is the up and down, side to side design, y'all. That's kind of why I really went for it, just because of that. I cannot wait to see this come out. Listen. Listen, I can wait. I love branding. When it comes out to being a small business, branding is something that you need. It is essential. A lot of people don't think it is, but branding is important because when you look at Gucci, Fendi, you can look at colors and say that's Gucci. Oh, red, green, I already know what brand that is. That's what I want when you look at my brand. So any way to brand yourself is an amazing opportunity, from the keychains to the watermarks and t-shirts. You have to stand on business. 2026 is here and we are knocking them down and we're standing on business and we're rocking it down. You get what I'm saying? Like, we're standing on business. Listen. But I'm going to go ahead and let this print. If you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them in the description box. You have any questions, make sure you guys drop it in the comments down below. I try my best to answer as much as I can. So if I miss anything, I will add it to the description box. How about that? I said it backwards. I'm going to add it to the description box so that way I can answer as much as I can. If not, I will do a whole nother video. But my job is always to just help you guys and inform you guys on things that you can start your business with that is affordable, and it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg to actually start and get up. Because a lot of times people who is going to tell you to start a business, you spend about $2,000. No, honey, ring it back in. Let's say some coins, because starting a business is hard. But it's one thing I feel like a lot of people just don't care to talk about, and that is the branding behind the business. Yes, you can start a business now, but if you don't brand that business, honey, what you doing? You get me? So we're going to let this go ahead and finish heating up, and we'll be back, okay? We are cooking. Listen, she is gonna win. So in total, it said 2 hours and 44 minutes, y'all. Honestly, sometimes it could say 2-3 hours, but at the same time, it end up doing like 2 hours and 30 minutes. It does change, y'all, but she is off and she is running and she's going, honeys. She is off and she's running and she's going, honeys. Like I told you guys, we did make an STL file for this print right here. I did do everything in silhouette. That's kind of my major part when it comes down to doing any graphic designs for these machines, from the laser cutters or even just my DTF printers. I do use silhouette as that base of the design part of it. So a lot of times I am making it in there. I do have the silhouette business edition. So with that, I am able to make my own custom STL, not STL, but SVG files that I could turn into STL files or any other files that I need, PNG files. Silhouette is amazing software, and I think it's the entry level to the business branding part that a lot of people don't think about, because you could actually do full graphic designs inside of Silhouette. It's actually freaking awesome. Like, it's very understood, understanding. I'm trying to rhyme and I'm doing horrible. I'm trying to rhyme and I'm sucking it right now because, honey, that did not rhyme just now. We're going to retry that. We back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Okay, so the machine is laying down the first layer, that black part. It's going to do a couple layers on top of each other. It just depends on how thick you make it. I did make mine a little bit thick just because I wanted to make sure that this is actually something that you can hold and look at and actually know. And it's not too thin. If you drop it, it may break. PLA is it's a little bit less thicker than like the PETG, because with that one it could withstand the heat and everything like that. So with this one, I did want to make sure I do a little bit of layers just to make sure that it can withstand a couple of drops and it doesn't break too easily. So I made sure that base of it was good amount of thickness so that way it can carry on throughout. It's starting to have that thickness come together, you guys. We have 2 hours and 21 minutes left, and it's actually coming together, and I just cannot wait to see the finished products of this. It is going over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So basically, it's just going on top of each other. Each layer is just going back to back. To watch this actually with your own eyes and see this come to life, I promise you guys, it is so cool. It's actually amazing. you guys, we have an hour and 52 minutes left. The thickness is thicker. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh, I'm so ready. I'm so ready to change the color and put the red on here and actually see how it comes out. That's like the best part, to see the final look of the whole entire project actually coming together. Now, the reason I really truly would love to use the 3D printed watermarks is just because on how thick you can actually make it. Yes, with the acrylic I can make it thick, but I will have to do multiple layers of acrylic on top of each other and stacking it with the glue. With this one, I don't have to use a glue adhesive or anything. I can actually make it all into one without having to do separate pieces to combine it together. Oh, buy more acrylic, or buy a thicker acrylic. And I think this would be way cheaper than the acrylic prices, because usually for us, depending on your size, I sell the acrylic watermarks at about $20–25. So I think this would be much cheaper just to offer to people. And like I told you guys, it is a great way to actually brand your business. Simple, by putting it in the back of your video. You can put it on top of your video, like when you're doing videos of your clothes and you don't want nobody to steal your product pictures, you can actually put your watermark on there. Or when you're doing YouTube video live streaming, you can have your watermark in the behind you if you don't want to buy like an acrylic sign or get the custom made banners. I think this is something so simple, yet it can actually elevate your business. Watching it truly come together is actually cool. Like, I'm watching this thickness and the layers just rise and stack up on top of each other. Like, it's stack in the row. Okay, I cannot wait to change it out and put the red in here. I think when I change it out and put the red filament, that is actually gonna really show through and show me how it looks and come to life. So far, I am seeing it, and no lie, just watching this make from nothing, like literally it was nothing on this platform at all, to seeing something slowly build. It's amazing, like, just to see this machine go over it. Like, it's almost like stitching, like it's just crossing over each other over and over and over until it actually make a finished product. That's something I can't explain. Once you get into the craft world and you actually find your passion for what you're doing, y'all, you truly fall in love with it. You love every bit of it. And crafting is something that it means so much more to me. It's not about the money. It's not about all of this. It's actually about making things that doesn't exist and turning into an actual product. Like, taking these ideas that's in your mind that you probably only think of and making it a product that hold into your hands. Like, that's the best part of my business. All right, we got an hour and 42 minutes left, and I know you look like, AJ, how do you know that? Let me tell you guys, I was all the way in the living room and I can see the time on my phone. That's one of the pros I love about this flash forward. The app is able to tell you everything for the time that's left, the speed of the machine, how fast it's going, the filament, how much you're using. You can pause and cancel the print, and I can also see the temperature of the bed and also the temperature of the nozzle. I love that they have this as a feature on the phones. It is time to actually switch out the filament. So I have the red filament. I'm going to go ahead and put the pause on the machine. Y'all may hear the baby. It is late and it is bedtime. As y'all saw, I am in my cozy satin PJs. Listen, I love these PJs. I got this off of Amazon, and honeys, baby, we are comfortable and we're crafting. We are having fun late night crafting while the kids are going to bed. You get what I'm talking about? I ain't sipping on that tonight, but I ain't sip on something after I'm doing that. Give me a little sip. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the filament picture of the filament. And what I'm going to do is actually do filament swap, where I am swapping out the filament. I'm not loading it up. I'm actually pushing this one right on top of the other one. So I will change it to what is this? PETG. Make sure the machine knows that I'm doing this one. PETG CR. PETG CF. Alrighty. I will go ahead and get my scissors. I usually use my applique scissors. They do come with like these little clippers. I like to use my applique scissors for this. And I just go in and do like a little snip, bow, go in the back, rotate this around just for y'all, because I love you. Because I love you, I love you, I love you like no other. And I'm just going to roll the filament back on the roll, take it off, and now lower up the red. So I'm going to make sure I do a little cut. Make sure it's a slanted cut so that we can go through the machine. Boom, that flew somewhere. Make sure we have it going up from underneath. Boom, boom, y'all. This is when it comes to life. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see this. Like, this is when the whole thing is actually going to come to life and actually become something. And it's not just going to be a lot of plastic or anything like that. We're going to go ahead and turn it back around. Don't do the things I'm doing at home. I do this for you guys. My mat's so out of control. Like, why is the mat moving too? Don't do the things that I do at home. I do this for you guys, okay? Don't ever do what I'm doing. So what I'm doing doesn't make sense. Now we can bring it back up. I do it just to showcase you guys things. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and press start. It should be already heated up a little bit since we was just doing something. So make sure you do not touch this head. Definitely down below that nozzle. It's gonna burn your finger. So I am using the 0.4 mm. Correct? Yeah, 0.4 nozzle that came with the machine. I haven't changed it out or anything like that. I see the filament is slowly coming. I'm just going to go ahead and put my red in here so it can push through with the black. And after that, I'm just going to press play again. You can pause, stop it. You can pause it, come back tomorrow. That's what I love about it. Okay, the black went through. Let's go ahead and load up the red. Push it through. Nice little push, nothing too big. Just make sure the red is fully pushed. Once you see that red come through at the bottom, then you're good to go. Alrighty, the red came through. It did change colors, so we are good to go. I know someone told me last time this is too much filament coming out and to change the settings. Honestly, you guys, I don't have any issues. The machine came like this. I'm not going to too much change anything about it at all. I don't have any problems with it. I'm just going to go ahead and pull this out because at the same time, I am pushing it through. So because I'm pushing it, I am pushing more filament through. So this is how it looks. Now it's time to actually go back home. Home is where the project's at. I'm just going to press play. It's going to heat up and resume printing. So the black is done. We did use the overturn PLA for the black part. Now we're doing the red and we're using PETG filament. So hopefully it shouldn't be that much of a difference or change in it. I hope not. This is something I designed myself, so hopefully I designed this the right way. That's one thing about when you make designs yourself. You are the one testing this out. Like, it's nobody testing this out but you. So the rest of this project is going to be just the red. Ooh, I can see the red popping out now. And honey, it look good. Yeah. Hey, she's popping now. Oh, 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 baby, you can't tell me nothing. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I actually want to do? I want to do the scan keychains. I want to try making a design for that and making my own little keychain. So whenever you tap it, it's called NFC keychains, I believe. Whenever you tap it, it takes you to my website or my Instagram. I want to try making one of those. But one thing about me, I want to like try pushing myself out of my boundaries in that little box I am. And even though I push myself a lot, I still want to try to push myself more to always learn new things. So I actually want to design it myself. If it doesn't work out, then hey, go to Etsy's and buy one. But why not try to do it yourself before you just, here you go, here you go, here you go, take it, take my money. You get what I'm saying? Like, try yourself, figure out if you can do it. If you can't, then hey, you know, take some time to actually learn. 3D printing is going to take time no matter which way. Whenever you think about it, it's a new skill. So straight out the box, this is a machine that you can actually start printing with right now out the box. But if you don't have the time to actually learn and dedicate the time to teach yourself something new, then honey, put it back in the box and send it back home. Send it back home. That's for anything you're doing in this craft business. If you don't have the time to actually sit here and teach yourself how to do it, you don't have the time to actually take in criticism, or even the flaws that come with it, then honey, put it in a box and send it back home. You ain't ready. That's one thing about this business. This business is gonna come with a lot of mistakes and learning, and you just have to take it. You got to take them punches and keep going. That's part of this business. And if you want to succeed, you have to learn that you need to learn new skills. A lot of people get stuck in that rut and don't want to learn something new. Take the time, actually teach yourself. When you teach yourself, I promise y'all, it is amazing to sit here and say, I did that, and guess what? I taught myself everything I know about it. I taught myself how to do that. that is just a beautiful feeling to have. So do not overthink it. Don't make yourself feel bad that you don't know it. It takes time, and time actually going by fast. So honey, you got it. All right, you guys, we got about an hour and 6 minutes left to actually see something that I designed myself and thought of myself actually come to life piece by piece. It's just something amazing about crafting, and this reminds me of why I do what I do and why I love what I do. Sometimes we forget that, you know, it's more than just money. Like, do something you love so that way you can do it for the rest of your life. And sometimes you have the moments where it's like, oh my gosh, this is too much work. Like, do I really want to keep this as a business? And then it's moments like this where it's like, oh my gosh, like, I made this. When my husband gets home, I'm going to show him what I made. Like, that's how it feels making things. Like, to have that in, like, just to have the enjoyment, to actually see this machine work. Oh my gosh. Like, it is amazing to actually just think about the little things on how this actually came together, to tell someone, like, it took me 3 hours to make this. It took me 2 hours to make this, and I am proud of it. I'm proud of the flaws that it had. Like, I made this. When you could say that, everything is something different. Like, when you can sit here and say, I made this, baby, you can't say nothing. You cannot change my mind or anything like that. To sit here and make things that come from your mind, things that doesn't exist into an actual product, it's amazing. And don't let no one tell you something different. So if you are thinking about crafting and you want to get into 3D printing or just into the craft world, I'm telling you, if you love to make something out of nothing, this is the best part of it, to see it actually come together. Nothing could ever take that feeling away from me. And I could go on for hours just explaining how it makes me feel to see my project, my idea, something that I literally had on a laptop turn into an actual product, something that was in pixels on a screen turn into a physical product that I could hold in my hands. You can't never take that away from me. That feeling of joy, that feeling of like just empowerment to know I did this, honey. Like, I just love the way it's coming together. The red, I feel like should have been more popping. I wanted like a glossy red. I wonder if I had to type in like glossy filament. That's probably why. I wonder if I could try like a metallic red or even a gold shiny. Oh my God, I gotta actually look that up because now I want something with gold, do a red and gold one. But as a product tester and just to see if I'm able to do it, I love the way it came out. The next project I do want to do is make a watermark that's standing up. I have seen someone do it, so I definitely want to try to see if I can design one myself. On top of that, the keychains I'm going to try too. But we are almost done. 2 hours of this machine just running smooth as day. Like you guys saw yourself, it's running without a problem. So when they sit here and tell you don't do it, you know you need the $900 printer. Honeys, tell them no, I don't. Like, I don't need it. I'm going to buy what my money could afford and what works for me. I am always going for the underdogs and machines that people say it doesn't work or it's not worth it returning because it's cheaper than a regular one. Honey, let's be real. They all come from the same place. We ain't going to get into that. I ain't going to get into it. I ain't going to do it. AJ ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it, y'all. Because I would get into it and then we'll really talk about it. They all come from the same place. Let's be real now. They do. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say, okay? That's it. That's it. I'm going to end it right there. But she is almost done, and I cannot wait to put this on my wall with the rest of mine. Like, ah! Just look at her. We got about 40 minutes left on this print. OMG. I love the thickness. I probably could have went down a little bit, but honestly, y'all, I truly love it. I love the thickness of the black and also just how this red is layered on top. Babies, we did that! Oh my gosh, y'all. I gotta show my husband tonight. Like, honey, look at this. This is what I just made. Them 2 hours, you be like, why I'm going back and forth? Because I'm making something. I'm cooking in the kitchen, honey. I'm cooking with the PJs on. Cooking in the kitchen. We're cooking with the PJs. Listen. I did it. We got about 20 minutes left. Honeys, when I say I'm about to heat it up, heat it up, heat it up, heat it up. Give myself a round of applause. Give myself a round of applause. Give myself a round of applause. Heat it up, heat it up. Ooh, them knees getting low. That's probably I got 4 kids. Listen, honeys, I'm eating this up because, honey, I did this. Yes, baby, you can't tell me nothing. It looks so, just to actually watch this go is, oh my gosh. I still got them baby knees, baby. I'm getting help. All right, you guys, it is done. Oh my god. Oh, it's done. Okay. I also love this magnetic mat. Is oh god, this thing's strong. Look at it. Oh my gosh, y'all. I love the way it came out. The thickness is amazing. I didn't want nothing too thin to break easily. Definitely because, you know, I got kids. But I wanted something, if I were to drop it, it will actually last and won't break over time. The favorite part, my favorite part, just do a nice little crack. Did y'all hear that? Ooh, that's all you gotta do. Boom, it's off. And later on, I'll go ahead and clean that up later on. This is how it looks. It came out so good, y'all. Do we see this? Look, she's pretty. Oh! Listen, she is beautiful, okay? She is beautiful. Look, oh my gosh, y'all, it came out amazing. The thickness is beautiful. It's not too thin. You can actually see like the thickness and the rising part of it. You don't even see the color change. You don't even know that I sat here and manually changed the color myself. I did that. Like, it's so smooth and clean. This Watermark actually came out amazing. I love the size. Like I said, this is almost like a 7x7, so this size came out great. It's not too small. It just came out great, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this 3D printed Watermark. Do you think this is something that you can actually use for your business to brand yourself when it comes down to product pictures, or even just branding in general for the videos and having this watermark in your background? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. All right, you guys, we are done. We just printed a 3D watermark using our flash forward 3D printer. Honeys, let me just tell you guys, if you ever wonder why you need a watermark, I'm going to let you guys know right now. Watermarks are a great way to brand your business, yet they are affordable. So you can actually put them on a wall. As you see, I have one all the way back there. I usually have one up here, and I have one just around my room somewhere. I have one of my heat presses when I'm doing videos. You see my brand on there. So if you think about stealing my videos, you can't take the watermark off. You get what I'm saying? You cannot actually take my video, copyright it, or send it nowhere. Or, for example, if I work with a brand and you guys want to use my video, my brand is stapled inside of the video because I have my watermarks behind me on top of my machines when I'm pressing. It's just that little thing that actually would take your brand to the next level. So when somebody see your video, they question it, like, whose stuff is this? You can't just steal it because my watermark is in my video. And on top of just using it for videos, you can actually use it for your photos. You can put it on the side of the shirt, on top of the shirt, or above the shirt to actually make a statement and let people know this is the brand that made it. So if you think about stealing it, honey, you can't steal this. You can't copy this. Listen, branding is very essential in small businesses because when you look at Gucci, Fendi, you can look at them and you know who they are. When we are small businesses, we have to build up our brand and we have to be the advertising. We are a walking billboard. So because of that, you have to take branding serious and actually go that extra mile to make sure your name is out there. When you look at me, I want you to know my colors. I want you to know my brand, what I sell. I want you to say, okay, red and gold. When I think of them colors and I see that little bit of that logo, that's AJ. You get what I'm saying? I want you to know your brand. Branding is very important. Do not sleep on branding your business. And if you're thinking about getting a flash forward to actually use it to make products or even watermarks to sell to other small businesses, do it because it is a great idea. Get it while it's on sale. Like I said, I got it on sale and I did get it off of Amazon. I didn't go directly to their website. Amazon got a little bit cheaper sales and they're kind of quick. I like things delivered the same day. You get what I'm saying? Now with that being said, let's go ahead and get a close up of this watermark because, honeys, Heat it up, heat it up, heat it up, honeys. I just did this. Listen, I designed this myself and I printed it myself. It always feels much better. Whenever you make something yourself, it feels 3 times better. Look at the thickness on there. Look at that. It took in total about 2 hours and 40 minutes. The thickness on these. Ooh, y'all see that? You see that? Look at the shine on there. Oh my gosh. Y'all look close up. She's so pretty. This thing came out amazing, and I'm probably gonna put this on top of my DTF printer. And if you want to know, I use Velcro stickers on the back, and I literally would stick it onto the walls and everything, so I could actually take it off, move it somewhere else. That's the best part about it. You're able to do that for the acrylic ones, the wood ones, even the 3D printed ones. I like to offer a different style of watermarks, or even just products in general, just because you never know what the customer likes. So we have the 3D printed acrylic marks. We also offer the wood acrylic marks. Look at that wood piece. I did make this with my laser. And the favorite one of all, we have the acrylic. This is a two-layer acrylic. So we have the gold metallic. And then, well, yeah, it's like a shine metallic, and we got the red in the back. I like to just offer different ranges of watermarks because you just never know the customer. And also, acrylic is a little bit more expensive than when it comes down to 3D printing or even the wood pieces. You never know that type of brand that they have. So, for example, you probably have a wood business, or you probably make wood in pieces that's handmade, a rustic feel, that you may want a wood acrylic watermark versus acrylic one. So you just never know that customer that you are trying to get. So for me, I want to make things that actually appeal to different customers. That's why even my colors are red, gold, black. Like, I want to appeal to different ranges, from the females to the males. I don't want it to just stick in one gender for one person. So I make sure I do offer a different range of just materials in general. And I think for this, now having the 3D watermark is just going to top it off, because you have 3 options, from the acrylic or wood or just 3D printing, and it can change so much. So if you ever thought about it, get it. Get the machine. If you ever thought about just watermarks, make sure you guys check out the website to get your custom watermark with your information, even your socials down below. And if you want, like I said, you can put the stickers on here, as you see, and you could attach it to the wall. I have mine hanging back here. So anytime somebody tries to take my video, my brand is in the background. Or even if you try to take my heat press videos, my logo is on there. Branding is very important, so do not sleep on branding. Other than that, guys, I'll see you next time. Make sure you guys like, comment, and what? Subscribe, baby. All right, it's late tonight. I'm in my PJs, and I'm ready for the end. I love you guys. See you tomorrow.